Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Knicks Daily here. I did actually see the game last night, but I ended up not making a video after just because, for one, I was disappointed, and for two, I was like, man, I was like, let me just take a day off and talk, because I was very, very frustrated yesterday. I was about to come at everyone, but then I was like, bro, it's a January 4th game. The Knicks had won 9 in a row. The streak was going to end eventually. Let me be logical, man. We got to think with our heads once in a while. I like to think with my heart, but this is one where we've got to be logical and realize that, hey, look, yeah, absolutely, the Knicks have issues, which I'm about to get into, but this was just one of those games where they completely just basically sold out against the Thunder, played everyone over 40 minutes in the starting lineup, and then they had a back-to-back. And you got to respect Tibbs for that too, because OKC is a game that I would have liked to get. I'm sure you guys would have liked to get. And to that point, okay, you beat the Thunder, and now you're in a back-to-back against a Bulls team that, yeah, they've got firepower, but it's still a game you're supposed to win. The reason why the Knicks lost to the Bulls was just simply the fact that they had tired legs, which I said, but it was also the defense. It was the defense, and which it basically goes hand in hand with the tired legs, because when you look at a tired team, they just don't have it on defense. They're not able to move laterally as well. But there is an issue for the Knicks, which I'm going to get into, and that is just the lack of not necessarily talent off of the bench, because I think the Knicks have actually a talented bench. It's just that Tibbs doesn't play the guys. Tibbs does not play the guy. So against OKC quickly, starting lineup wise, 41 minutes from Bridges, 43 from OG, 42 from Cat, 40 from Brunson, 44 from Hart. So Cat actually openly admitted to being tired, and he said that, hey, look, I just want to win, and that is what pushed me through. But Cat did say he was tired, and Cat actually did get injured. Thankfully, it's not long term, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. So the Knicks, they play everyone for over 40 minutes, and it's not just on normal 40 minutes. It's the Thunder who, might be the best team in basketball on the road. So it was a tough 40 minutes. And then the next game, the Knicks go up against the Bulls. In the first half, the Knicks actually controlled that game. They won both the first and the second quarter. The Knicks were up, I think, 13 in the third. Now, guys, I'm recording this after watching like 4 football games. This was last night, so if I say a little bit, if my details are a little bit out of it, then just let me know. Like, I apologize. So I'm thinking back on this game, but the Knicks, they were controlling, and then the third quarter just absolutely just turned around for the worse, 41-17. Kobe White could not miss. Zach LaVine could not miss. I mean, it was bad. I mean, the Bulls ended up shooting 54.1% from three, and the Knicks, they're not going to be able to win many games when teams are making 23s on them on that level of efficiency. Now, the Knicks, of course, can get into a shootout and just outshoot them, but it's just asking for too much. And the Bulls, I mean, they 17 of 18 from the line. They shot 54% from the field, and they ended up they took decent care of the ball. I mean, 12 turnovers is not that bad, so it's not like the Knicks were able to make up for it by just getting points off of steals and things like that. But the Knicks, I mean, the fourth quarter, they actually almost made a comeback. And what was it? I'm trying to think back. I think it was like 5 minutes left. The Knicks cut it to 7 or something like that. And then the Bulls just kind of pulled away. But this game, although I don't think we'll ever look back at this game and remember it, like a month from now, nobody's even going to be thinking about this stretch of 2 losses we had. But there is an issue for the Knicks, and it's the fact that guys just aren't consistently playing enough off of the bench. Like, for example, I'll give you guys an example. So, Lacombe Dadier, I know he's in Westchester, but why not just keep him here off of a back-to-back and send him out there for 15 to 20 minutes? And then you look at a guy like a Matt Ryan who played only 2 minutes. How does that make sense? It's a back-to-back, and Matt Ryan's only playing 2 minutes. And it was, of course, the last, 2 minutes or whatever in garbage time. Campaign plays 14 minutes. Deuce McBride did not play with that hamstring he's dealing with. Shamet played 17 minutes. And Shamet's actually been very, very good for the Knicks off of the bench. I don't know if ESPN will show me his plus and minus. I'm going to look at advanced stats right now. Is that on here? Of course it's not. But his plus minus is one of the best on the team. I mean, Shamet has been great shooting the ball. His defense seems to be improving. He did play 17 minutes, which is a good amount for a Tibbs bench player. But Chua played 27 minutes. But I just don't like with where the Knicks are at right now regarding how many minutes they're playing their starters. And I know that you can make the argument that, hey, look, they've got to be in great shape. We know that the Knicks are built through their starters, but it's just not sustainable. And it's just a matter of time before something goes wrong. Like Randall last season got hurt against the Heat, which wasn't Tibbs' fault because the game was still in reach, but still, I just feel like somebody's gonna get hurt. Cat already did get hurt. It's not serious, but now you've got Cat playing not at 100%, and of course he's like he could re-injure it too, like down the line. So it's probably gonna linger too, which sucks. So Brunson was phenomenal, 33 and 8. I mean, he had no problem whatsoever scoring and doing his thing. Cat had 44 points and 16 rebounds. So the two-headed monster of Cat and Brunson did their thing. Mikhail was 8 of 18. Not his best game. I didn't think Mikhail played particularly well. He was a minus 21, which was a game low. Josh Hart ended up having just 2 points, but he had 16 rebounds and 10 assists. I mean, Hart, it's just incredible how he plays over 40 minutes the night before, 100% every single play. I almost said every single snap, watching too much damn football. And then he goes out there and he gets 16 rebounds. I mean, Hart, you just got to give him credit. I mean, I think Josh Hart's become my favorite player on the Knicks this year. Last year it was unquestionably Jalen Brunson. I think Josh Hart this season has surpassed him. It's very, very close, but I just Josh Hart to me is exactly what it is to be a Knick, man. So shout out to him. And then that was pretty much it. So the Knicks end up shooting the ball 26.7% from three. So not only are the Knicks giving up a lot of threes, they're not making threes. They were 8 of 30. The Knicks did leave 6 points at the free throw line, and they shot 49.5% from the field, which is about exactly what they're averaging. That's good. That's actually pretty good. But just the three ball wasn't there. The Knicks turned it over 13 times. It wasn't an issue. It was just the Knicks were tired. This reminded me a lot of the Pacers series where Game 7 where the Knicks just they tried to make a comeback, but they just didn't have enough in their legs. So I actually don't know who we play next. For all I know, we could be playing right now. I haven't actually checked, but I'm kidding. Obviously, 3 games in a row would be crazy. But Monday against the Magic, Wednesday against the Raptors. So we've got 2 games against opponents that we should beat. We haven't lost to them all year. OKC Friday, chance to get revenge at the Garden. Sunday against the Bucks, Pistons, Sixers, Wolves, Hawks. This is just not the most difficult schedule. Things do get difficult the 25th through the 3rd. I mean, that's going to be a very difficult schedule. But until then, the Knicks just got to win. But I do think Tibbs should expand his rotation in the playoffs. Absolutely. The starters should be playing 40 or more minutes, but just not right now. Like, how can you be at the beginning of January having to play your starters this much? And I know that there's an argument to be made that the Knicks are obviously, way better with their starters out there, but just, good teams do not do this. Good, like the Thunder, for example, are a great team. Well, great teams don't do that. Let's go back to the box score one more time against the Thunder because I want to pull up something for you guys. I think his name was Aaron Wiggins, right? Aaron Wiggins absolutely torched us. So he ends up having, let's see. So Wiggins had 19 points. I believe 15 of them were in the fourth quarter. 25 minutes for him. You see, the Knicks, they just need to trust their bench more because Dadier defensively, he's been good this season for the Knicks, and he's actually scored the ball better than I thought. Ariel Laporte is another guy that could get minutes just to take some of the load off of Cat. I think the Knicks should sacrifice wins and losses in the regular season over versus, of course, having more longevity health wise too, because the Knicks, sure, if they continue to play their starters like this, they might end up winning more games, but what's really the difference in seeding? I mean, the Knicks are going to have to beat Boston eventually. Whoever the Knicks play in the first round, I mean, I don't really care who it is. Being honest, they could play Boston in the first round. I mean, they're going to have to beat those guys eventually. So, sure, playing them in the third round at home would be the best case, but I don't know, man. I don't think I agree with what Tibbs is doing, and that's always been my biggest beef with him